Did you guys see the thing? Wait, shall we start?
Yeah.
Jason's walking around, so I don't know.
The
bosses. Did you guys see the thing about Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Throwback.
Throwback to
Episode 1 or whatever.
episode 2 nasib. 2 fej Andrew Tate. Dak tafx kienet u followjajtu ġurnata qabel, Ġurnata qabel followjajt fuq Instagram, għat-los nista nara xot jagħmel. Da ġi band. Skużani Andrew Tate.
Mux band male?
Band fuq meta u meta jkun għandhom Instagram.
The Facebook company.
Ma TikTok le.
Għax TikTok għasandu account.
Mandux TikTok u.
Mandux TikTok, that's why he's the most famous
What
person.
about WhatsApp? Is he banned from WhatsApp?
Jista' kun ikun qed jikellem il-plug tiegħu but just ma jistax.
Bro, if he's talking to his plug on WhatsApp, like he's already making mistakes.
Ma he's the top G. ħadd mu ħaj double cross him.
That's true. Anyway, but what do you think about like being banned from?
Abba ma wieġbek. Nilqawkom lura Ir-Rokna, all right. Fejn tista' tarawna fuq Spotify, YouTube, Google
You can't
Podcast,
see us on
Anchor.
Spotify.
Ejja, bro. Alek, you have a face for radio.
Thank you.
Għadkom għamiltu għamlu subscribe, għan niprofaw naqdu għadl-naqas. Mijo. Edin 33.
Halfway there.
50 mil ġimma.
Le, edin 33 fuq YouTube, edin 57 fuq TikTok, u edin xi 55 fuq Instagram. So, tajli xalla ħanna fom daqsek. Ma jena analytics net, alright?
Yeah, tattooed on you.
Addicted analytics.
Legit jinek. Please.
Every 5 minutes. Fej wasan.
Oh, honestly, għabba ma nara l-analytics. Wux bil-ċajt, Anyways, fuq ta' end the
So
trade.
what do you think about people getting banned from websites?
As in, I don't like it. That's memx free speech.
But that's not free speech.
It is free speech.
It is free
It's not free
speech.
It is
How
free
is it not free
speech.
speech? Free speech is literally speech. You can say anything you want.
First of all, free speech is different from country to country.
Yes.
It's how the government shows.
Malta, we don't have free speech.
It's different.
If ħana jleka ma nitkellmu xafna fuq free speech f'Malta, l-unika waħda li prova mietet, bro.
Ma nawanniex. Kompli.
Anyway, so with free speech, there's things you can't do. Like, for example, you can't incite a panic. You can't. There's certain things that are still limiting. That's number one. Number two, what Andrew Tate was doing was hate speech.
No, ta' mux kollox.
And hate speech is not part
Imma
of
ħana
free
jleka għalla
speech.
mux kollox.
Not everything. There was hate speech in there.
Imma ħana jlek kifini. ħafna minn, u mux fuq ta' Andrew Tate bis, ħafna mill-podcasts u internet content, it gets clipped to show a certain perspective.
Yes, anyone can be edited to say
per
like a
eżempju,
certain thing.
joldu jajruħ misogynist, jista jkun vera misogynist, imma minħabba li
Part of it's a character. Has
dik
to
u
be.
kol, apparti. U jitkellem, għaxin jinek li konna raħħom il-live streams u l-podcast jaw, jitkellem disa darbit fuq kontra l-ġil u jitkellem darba fuq kontra n-nisa. U il-media, jitkellem kontra n-nisa
And even
fuq
then, man, he does this thing where he'll say something that's true, and then he'll end the sentence on something that's not true.
Iva.
So it's like he traps you into being like, oh, I'm on his side.
I'm interested on
And then you're not actually.
Imma
Iva,
għandu clips fej anka jiddefendi n-nisa, ġviri,
Yeah, Iva, għalek imma-
jekkem mara li kella xitejt ma raġel whatever, u għal u stess li jidħol u jidġiret ma raġel like jiddefendija, ġviri, jgħid ċertu affarijiet li huma controversial, imma
xieġi klip
xieġi klip ħażin.
I get that, but he still, I mean, I still don't like it.
He still says those stuff.
Yes. Regardless
Jiena-
if he believes them or not, he still says it, which is bad.
Issa
And a bad
jiena,
influence
I don't,
on young minds.
imma tittiġi u kol, responsibilità fuq il-persona nifsu, sa jimilx,
I agree on that as well.
tipo inti ek inti ignorant. Għal għandek, tipo, xati ħallik tuża l-internet. Jina għalija rritu kollok IQ test għabba ma titħol.
It's
Tipo
like,
tmur il-melita, għandi bżon l-internet, għamli IQ test għabba ma titħol.
no, it's like nowadays, man, there's so many things that are like made for warnings for stupid people. It's like,
Even.
man, do you really need a sign that says don't lean over the cliff?
Le mux
Yes.
If you're going to lean over the cliff,
Yes,
damn.
you need that.
Why?
Għax tiskanta, imma għaw ħafna ignoranti. You do need that.
Taf xejdu l-om dawku?
Andrew
NPCs. NPCs.
Imma, unfortunately, NPCs have families which feel for them.
Għalek, NPC
to protect
family.
the other
yeah.
NPCs.
Anyway, and it's also not free speech that I'm stating on online. Because even on Twitter, like with Trump, right? It's not free speech because free speech is a governmental thing.
Fil-verta, daw ma
If this is a
kumpanija.
company,
Le, mux għalek
a
s-sammi
company, in
rridu.
my opinion, has every right to say, we don't fucking want you on our website, you're bad shit, go away.
Iva, ma mbatt jisek. Ma mbatt u koll. Jisek, kem ma tibqax reputable. Tipo, ma tantx tista tibqa.
That's my issue with it isn't that they banned him or Trump, because I can understand the reasons why, but you said something earlier before we were filming that Liberic, it's always the conservatives that get banned. And it's pretty true. To be fair, the conservatives that are the ones getting banned are generally the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
you know,
mux
the
għalek,
most outspoken.
imma there is the worst of the worst fil-sajt
Yeah,
l-oħra u
man,
għatma jiġu band li
Em.
għalija.
Because then the idea is that they're at least their ideologies are
Imma what
liberal.
if if you question them, ma nsax question, I'll get cancelled ignot.
Right.
Ignot niprofa għahom nikancel jahom, which is issa
The problem is it's not them. It's a
It's the
select few of very loud people. The same way with Trump and
Yeah,
Andrew
mux
Tate
għalek,
and Jordan Peterson. All these people are loud conservatives. Not every conservative's like that, you know.
Mux
My
hekk.
nana's conservative, but she's not going like.
I wouldn't
If
compare.
my husband was on OnlyFans.
I wouldn't compare what Jordan Peterson says to what Andrew
ma
Tate says.
it's still conservative.
Jordan Peterson's as crazy as Andrew Tate, man. The shit
He just
says.
says it differently.
He's a psychologist, but like, fam, the shit he says is so crazy.
Anyways.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Xaħġa more
you like Jordan
light-hearted.
Peterson?
I like the way he talks. the way he
Articulate,
puts
so,
it-
le,
Eżatt.
għalek, huwa differenti, huwa mod differenti kif
It's
titkellem.
literally like Ben Shapiro.
Le, Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro, when he started, everyone was like, I like the way he speaks, you know. But then
I still prefer
after a while, you're like,
Ben Shapiro. After a while, I did get
You know,
I
this
never liked Ben
feeling.
Shapiro.
I liked how Andrew Tate speaks, għax jina jdaħħaqni, bro. Like, li tiġi.
oh, he is funny.
Yeah, ma
He is funny, man.
He's charismatic.
Hemm ċertu
like
affarijiet.
Trump. Trump
Like
is
Trump,
charismatic.
anka Trump jina kien joġobni. As in, mux kif imexxi, mux kif, don't get me wrong, bro. Pala karattru, bro.
He's
Jina
hilarious, but
jina ġobni li,
not as a human being.
issa jina ġobni li l-Amerika deġidiet ħajkun 4 snin jikmandana, għax, bro, jien nishtiq per
Bħal
eżempju,
xismu.
jien nishtiq il-żaren,
Mandana, like
jien
you do
nishtiq
it to
il-żaren
us.
jiġi jgħid li kaw għal-Prim Ministru, jien kiku tal-żaren. I had the best time of my life.
If a
Tal-Ingilterra.
country votes, a country votes. So that's it.
Eko,
Mux bħal tal-Ingilterra.
għal-min għal-Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
Lemma Boris
He's a
Johnson.
funny character as well.
U kwa jien
Ma
jieġobni.
Boris wasn't
He's not-
voted in by the public.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
elected.
I don't think he's fit to lead.
Issa, tella,
Trump.
I don't think
Trump.
anyone
Eżatt.
thinks he's fit to lead.
Bħal ma Trump wasn't fit to lead.
Vegan
technically.
sausages.
Imma-
I mean, now Boris
He's a-
is leaving.
Yeah. Imma he's a funny character, bħal Trump.
Ija naf, imma he actually had law school u tipo differenti minn Trump.
You know what the problem is as well, man. Okay, I don't know if you agree with this, and okay, we're talking about like liberal and conservative and all this thing, but I think that Theresa May was gonna get fucked no matter what.
Ija l-dik dajem.
And there's this thing where
On OnlyFans of my.
when when there's situations like, let's say a company is doing really badly, they'll put a female CEO.
Ija.
She'll take all the blame. At the same time, everyone's like, look, they put a female CEO, so they get that positive. Then they leave because they got all the shit, and then a man takes over. Theresa May came after David Cameron fucked the country with Brexit.
Mux hekk?
She came, took the bag, held all the shit. Everyone blamed her, and then Boris came along. And think about it, man, because Theresa May, everyone will criticize her with everything.
Le, mux kollu.
Remember when she went on stage dancing to ABBA or something? Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yo, kella
Boris-
metamlu l-advertisement
Boris comes out
bit-tot.
looking like a fucking clown, man.
L-istess,
And no one says anything.
xismu, nsejt.
No one says anything
Xisima.
insomma.
AOC.
Who?
AOC in America.
No,
Because she also gets shit like, she like spend like 30 euros on her hair. And they'll be like, what the fuck?
In Finland,
The Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister of Finland.
Yeah.
She was partying yesterday or a few days ago, and the
days ago.
video leaked of her.
And
partying.
everyone's like, drug test, do a drug test.
Yeah, the drug test.
Anka
that
xismu.
she shouldn't be
Anka
doing
Malta
this. She should be
wkoll.
taking things more seriously. I don't think that that's the case.
Malta wkoll minna li hija Miriam
How old
Dalli.
she is? 30 something.
Sharjah.
She's 30 something. Why shouldn't
fit as
she
well.
be able to party and enjoy her life? Tipo, fine, she's the prime minister, and there are certain things that you need to do. Imma, if you're not during work hours, why shouldn't you go out with friends?
Le, mux hekk jina naqbel
Honestly,
maħħa.
that was her defense. She's like,
Yeah,
listen
okay.
now, with my fucking friends. leave me alone."
People are still blaming her and then they're like, you should
Imma
act as the prime
in-nis
minister, you
put
should do certain
insecurities
things.
taħħom fuq ħatti uħor.
It'll blow over, ta.
Le, mux hekk,
Yeah,
per
it will
eżempju,
blow over.
di Miriam dalli kolli sa saġa.
Di il-prime minister diġa kada ċaġa ħra ftit snin ilu. And it blew over as well.
No,
Kien xi video taħħa tagħmel xi ħaġa oħra. Imma still għalfejn kull dabba li joħroġ xi ħaġa hekk, in-nies kulħadd m'għandekx tagħmel hekk, m'għandekx. Why should she go and apologize?
Imma bil-forsi.
You
have to now.
Ekk jgħid dak il-pozizjoni bil-forsi.
Imma dik il-ħaġa, why do you have to do it? Fil-verità, inti x'għamilt ħażin.
Imma ħanajdlek kol, ma daw l-affarijiet ma nsax
kien
tagħmel.
hemm video.
Bil-forsi, ekk tgħid xi ħaġa. Ekk pereżempju jiġi Joseph Muscat. Beda kien fi żmien li kien elett. Jgħid jien nħobb il-ketchup. U bati nis li joħobbu il-majones. Inbiżob ta' serjetà. Ma tħobbx il-majones. Weġġajtni personalment, tittejt li sorry. U bati mor il-qorti jgħidilhom guys, skużawni.
Iwa, you have to
Joġobni
do it. You
l-majones
have to
ukoll.
do it biex to keep face kind of. Imma why should you do it? Dik il-mistoqsija.
I don't know if you guys like Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle. I liked most of his Netflix ones. I didn't like his most recent one. But he has that thing where he was like, I don't apologize for my jokes. If someone gets offended, memx ta'amel, but that's comedy.
So I
His latest stand-up, he talked a lot about old jokes. I didn't find it funny, because I'm like, fam, you just said that your whole MO is that you're not going to apologize, and then you're going to explain the jokes. You know, I don't like that. I like when, if people make a statement,
Jibqaw
it's
bija,
going to upset people. fuck
Le,
it,
ma
like.
ovvjament, imma
Il-problema
l-ġurnata wasanna f'punt.
il-problema li kif wasanna fid-dinja l-lum il-ġurnata, kieku da ma ma jispjega l-affarijiet, jew di il-Prime Minister ma marriċ tiskuża ruħa ma' n-nies, they will get cancelled u people jispiċċaw jajruhom u their careers are over.
Dave Chappelle gets cancelled every stand-up.
Every
day, like.
every day.
Imma
he doesn't care.
n-nies saru sensitivi. Fuq liċ kien fucking
U nemmen ukoll li inti bħala persuna temmen li mintixa tiġi cancelled. Ek inti temmen li mintixa tiġi cancelled, mintixa tiġi cancelled.
The problem with this issue is that, like, you say that, like, people have become too sensitive, but they have a right to be sensitive, you know?
No.
No, le, ma tistax tgħidlek ta.
Ma tistax tgħidlek.
Imma not get offended for the slightest thing. You get offended because someone else is speaking on someone else. Why are you getting offended for
you don't agree
for the
on
other
it?
guy?
Doesn't mean because okay, Isma, you're speaking from a very point of privilege. You're a white man, straight white man.
Okay, fine. You can get offended. Okay,
That's
you
just
get
a
offended.
straight
You get offended.
CV.
Imma
I'm saying that, like, obviously, if you're part of a minority and your minority gets attacked,
Le, ovvjament.
it's gonna hit a nerve, you know, and I understand. that.
imma mux but you go all out to cancel a certain person just because he said something you don't agree with.
Nowadays, the price of these things is too high to be
Even,
cancelled.
even.
But at the same time, look at all the YouTubers who got cancelled.
They're
Look at
still
Shane
there.
Dawson. What's he doing? Still on YouTube.
You
Look
are.
at look at
Imma,
motherfucking
Alfie-
Logan Paul.
Imma,
Oi,
Iwa.
oi.
Logan Paul. Imma, Alfie.
Motherfucker.
He redeemed himself,
Irregardless of what you think,
Like, he
got
showed us a
cancelled.
dead body.
Imma
He got
għalfej
cancelled and
n-nies.
he's back.
Għalfejja ilaw da
So it
xit
doesn't really
kollu.
matter.
Għalfejja ilaw da xit kollu. Fuq affarijiet żgħar. Ġaħat jgħid xi ħaġa.
To preface this, ta' Logan Paul ma kienet żgħira.
La.
Ma kienet żgħira.
Yeah.
And he knew what he was doing.
Le, imma bat.
Di tal-ċismu.
Mar fil-foresta u da. Jiena, per eżempju, u anka u jaf issa tipo izbali li jagħmel tipo meta kien f'dak state of mind kien
Yes.
il-ħin kollu jagħmel videos kuljum u jipprova jsib xi ħaġa content. Ora persuna mejta u għal alright, this is lit.
Yes.
Le, that's
Le.
straight out disrespect.
Iva, ma
U
għandek
xi
tiġi
ħaġa-
cancel
Emma,
dalija?
should it ruin his life? No.
No. No.
No, it shouldn't ruin someone's life because at the end of the day,
Affect you monetarily? Alright.
yes,
iva.
no, there should be consequences.
Eżatt.
Għal dawk
Because
l-affarijiet.
it's like if someone goes to prison for life, like there are certain crimes that you should go to prison, like if you like are a pedo
Lejn kos ngħidlek.
under the
Jien
prison,
kos
ban.
ngħidlek toqtol li xaħat.
Or even murder. You know, or it depends if it's like self-defense.
Ma xorta, oh.
If it's like murder, like Paulina Demska, like you should be in prison. I know that the dude who did it has mental issues. Emma,
I don't care.
unfortunately, you took someone's life, and there needs to be consequences. Emma, at the same time, there are certain things where it's like a poor person will steal something because they've got no money, and they'll go to prison for 5 years. It's like, come on, man. look at their situation, their financial situation. They're stealing like food, you know, and they'll go to prison for so long. It's crazy. Sometimes the punishment outweighs the
It's
crime.
different. ħanbidlu naqqa topika tkun aktar naqallajt. Għax tħallna fil-podcast, fuq id-dutajtna għal bad kem nid-dejja jena li mur taslima, u inti taf li għandek taslima, il-parking kunu diagonal, so.
Ġifiri.
Il-parking ta' fejn il-McDonald's u Burger King memx so jkunu diagonal
And people
parking.
take up 2 spots all the fucking time.
Apparti, so.
Oh, no bother.
Apparti, u di mux bil-forz taslima bis. Ikunu diagonal parking.
Yeah.
U tkun weda biex jisib parking l-ġurnata u jkun hemm xi smart. Ikun hemm xi smart. Sawa. Jiena ngħaddi najtiva, post void, nix għall-indicator u f'daqqa waħda.
Yeah.
Ta' nejdlek ma ġiblix temmil ma bħal ma ġibli dil-bicċa ta' xogħol. Namel għaddejt il-bira qed nipprova ġib parking 23. Najtiva, sit parking. Smart, alright. U iva. Nisi fora. Smart, alright.
Yeah, no. Even like vitzes, man. Sometimes a vitz will like park really up, and they'll be like, and you see the gap, and you'll be like, you lost him, man. I'm gonna fucking park there. Brilliant.
Taġġel l-indicator tuppa, but tiġi smart, but naqannek, u taqannek.
ħaġa bħal meta semmejt inti f'xi ġiex episodi ilu, ta' ġiex korsi jisuq ħdej xulxin.
Iva.
Għalija, it's on the same fucking scale, man.
Għanna sa ftit għal.
There's a lot of driving pet peeves, man. Especially in Malta.
With.
Jien vera tittikani, honestly, vera tittikani.
Outside, because we filmed this at Jason's house. Outside of Jason's house, there is a parking spot that I was gonna take, but I had to get out of my car to take it because there was a fucking Bolt scooter lying down.
U għemmadu, għaxġej biex nipparka jena issa, u l-kaxxa, literalment, jgħaf nofs il-kaxxa, like, fuck it, għandur u nipparka ġimkien iħor. F'nofs il-fucking kaxxa, men. Bot, u mux jgħet il-parka, majni, mux jgħet wieqaf, li mitlu ma nartijiet. F'nofs kaxxa, dal-boħra nħodlu l-trat.
Naqbat intiħ.
Vera, I'll shove the scooter up Bolt's ass. Għax, madonna, man.
U di u koll l-notajt. Il-ġemma l-oħra, ek ma notajtux kienet sħanat boss. So,
Le,
ma notajtux.
My girlfriend's car.
Ġewa, ġolejsi, ġo sodda fuq il-computer, għamma ndunax.
My girlfriend's car, the thing like went beep, beep, and they said hot engine, and the temperature was through the roof, man. It was so hot.
Ma għal sekonda, ma jafnix dik kien ċajta, jina naħdem fucking barra kważi kull jum, orrejt, ġo sħan, ġo ċem ġbir nafna tkun sħana.
Darba l-oħra ħrixt mill-xol, so xol għanna lejsim ġew. U it-tampalli innuċali għatil zof men. Kif
As in
wasalna?
like it's steamed up.
It's steamed up, man. Shit, ma daw affarijiet. Di taf ma tajġili.
Għandu l-antifog. Kif nħorx mill-karozza li jisi kun full on? Kif nħorx
Għanzi għandek
mill-karozza?
jisi fil-korza għanajlik.
Mnallandesi għanna fil-karozza għax tal-biza. Imma ti għandu l-antifog. Kif nħorx mill-karozza? It fogs up or it stays like that for 2 minutes at least. Bl-antifog.
Yeah.
Għara differenza fit-temperatura, unġu karozza għal barra, kemmi fucking gravi.
I recently got my car fixed because I had issues with it and shit. And the dude left it on the street, parked, no like cover on it. I couldn't even touch the steering wheel. So hot. And my car's jet black. And everything inside is just jet black. So it's just...
Li xtaqt inkompli fuq għad il-bicċa ta' xogħol għax di ovvjament hija xi ħaġa ta' climate change. Fej ħan naslu f'punt li xi ħadd jgħid, tajt ħan nagħmel xi ħaġa biex ma nibqax naħxi d-dinja. Like ħan naslu
At
f'punt.
the last possible moment, the rich people in the world will say, "Now we'll do something."
Iżob.
I think the last possible moment is very, very
Ma fej taħseb li mu taħseb l-aħħar sinjal li tgħid Ivan nibża nagħmel xi ħaġa.
I mean, put it this way. Have you this? I'm going to talk a bit about being vegetarian because this leads into this.
Le, Iva, parti
So
minna.
I'm vegetarian because of the environment, because cows fart and all this.
U koll, imma to counter argument għalik, ek tikol ħafna xiex, tittaħla ħafna ilma u koll.
Yes, but you need to eat something. I'm not going to eat air.
Le, Iva, minix ngħidlek xej, imma.
What he's saying is that both sides.
Yes,
both sides.
But being vegetarian, you have a lower footprint, a carbon footprint.
U titkun taf ukoll li ħafna mill-climate change, the common man m'għandux x'jaqsam.
Exactly. It's like how not Kim Kardashian. What's her name? One of the Jenners.
Per eżempju,
Chloe Jenner, something came out like she uses her private
jet,
jet
il-carbon footprint.
for like 30
For
for like-
Starbucks. To go with Starbucks.
for a 3-minute flight. Insane.
Issa. U apparti, asuma dawk
for
ukoll.
Starbucks,
Asuma dawk il-celebrities li jużu dawk. Huma big companies, il-statistic il-sejt eżatti, bej 7 li make up 60% of the Earth's pollution.
This is what really pissed me off about Don't Look Up, the film.
Vera?
Because everyone was saying like, oh, it's really good talk about the environment, all this snake. And I'm praising Leonardo DiCaprio to accept an award for like some environmental thing. He took his private jet.
Le,
Like,
mish.
fam, come on. If you're going to be part of the environment, be part of the environment.
Jena,
Can I just say like my piece on just
2-piece
cows
or
and
3-piece?
shit?
Cows and shit or cows and their shit?
Yeah, just about climate change. You asked when will rich people do something, right? And there's this really interesting documentary where they get these environmental activists companies, and there was this dude who was a CEO of the company, and he left, and he says that when they would approach meat companies and the government about meat companies and how they're ruining the environment, government would ignore them. Why? Because they make so much fucking money. And the rich people aren't going to stop their funds unless it's the last possible moment.
Issa, alright, nifmek u koll. Imma what, per eżempju, you can see it from a different perspective. U koll. Mux li għet jaxru d-dinja, jina nejlek għal tal-vegetarian u tkun. Jek, per eżempju, jek tara, kienu ħarġu dokumentarju simili fuq fish. Fuq fish, sawa. Kemm minħabba li inti meta tot istat, qed taħx il-plankton u qed taħx il-coral reefs u
And even there's plastic in the water, so the fish are about to eat.
Hemm ħafna affarijiet, jiġifieri fuq li kien hija naqdi fiex li tgħid. Imma il-mod ta' kif jistadu big fish companies jkaxxu kollox.
Like how in Japan it's illegal like to like if you get a dolphin in your net when you're tuna fishing, if you get a dolphin you have to throw it back or
Hemm ħafna, per eżempju, hemm iktar nies per eżempju fid-dokumentarju bdew jgħidu li although jaħsbu li ċ-China li qed joqtlu l-iktar ammont ta' sharks, ħabba li hija legali tista' tieħu l-shark fin soup. Franza joqtlu iktar. Għax?
fucking French pricks.
Għax fil-fissi ta' fin-naħa ta' fejn hemm l-Ingilterra.
The English Channel, there's sharks there.
Ija.
Holy shit, bro.
Joqtlu iktar hemmhekk.
David Walliams swam that.
Għax huma hemm mod kif tmur għax-sharks biss u ma tieħux l-oħrajn u mbagħad hemm mod kif tmur għal ċertu tip ta' fish.
Because tuna's massive, man.
U
Gigantic fish.
tilqod shark u mbagħad terġa' tarmi.
Yeah.
Insomma, the main reasons għalija li għandha biex imbidlu is-sistema mhux the everyday man. Li ħanajt ħanuża straw tal-biodegradable minn flok straw tal-plastik. Li fucking, to be honest, jek għamil 1v1 mal-fekruna, fox kemm għandu, jina niprefer nibqa' plastic straw, bro.
As in,
Fox kemm għandek fekruna.
I hate using plastic, but man, paper straw is not the solution. Because what does paper do? It gets fucking wet, fam. And then by the end of the drink, you're like, you've got like wet paper in your mouth. It's gross.
Ma ma tafx
Get a metal straw. A reusable metal straw, that's good.
L-ironija, edha. Alright, għandek paper straw. Imma mbagħad għandek il-kap tal-cartoon. Għandek il-paper tal-tissues li tik fucking off stick ta' tissues fuq McDonald's. Mbagħad għandek per eżempju l-affarijiet biex tixi il-paper wrappers biex tagħmel il-burger. Apparti dik għandek
Paper's renewable, you know, it's easily renewable.
Bro, ma xort qed taħli.
Ija.
Ekk inti ma tix taħli fuq kollox ma taħlix, mhux fuq plastic biss.
Tafx inni nisbaħ ħaġa, tafx l-ħajar ħaġa di. Mela l-aħħar darba.
Jew plastic lids.
L-aħħar darba.
Mela għandek plastic lid ma għandek paper straw.
The irony is that a lot of trees are being cut down and we're running out of trees because we're cutting them down in like South America,
Brazil u hekk.
to make room for cow farms.
All right. Okay.
So again, the vegetarian helps with that.
L-aħħar darba ħriġt, u morna mhux nsemmi l-posta jmorna, imma morna nġibu x'nieklu. U tawna tazzi, u fuq tazzi mal-ġem tara miktub biodegradable. Ereg tal-ostra. Għalbu biodegradable, jittidej ta' plastiku u biodegradable. Isfel, printed fuq il-plastik.
Made in Vietnam.
Yeah.
With slave
Plastic.
labor.
Plastic. Hemm literalment miktub this is plastic.
Ija.
U fil-ġemp hemm biodegradable. Li this is not plastic, it's biodegradable, it can be
And
composted or
biodegradable
whatever.
plastic, da by the way.
There is, that's why.
And
Like the
biodegradable
new-
plastic ma aktar oli.
The new Crystal. Oh, I said the brand before that. Wait, what's it?
Wait.
We're never gonna get sponsored by Crystal. Crystal, I love your water, man.
Okay, bro, just
Under the
another...
frame,
Please, Kenny, please.
I'm not a big fan of King, but I'm also a foreigner, so it makes sense. Anyway, Crystal, the new packaging is like that because it's biodegradable. I think it's meant to be. It's more recyclable.
No, that's 50% made of recycled plastic.
Oh,
Yes.
But there
The
is
new
biodegradable plastic.
The new crystal bottles are 50%.
Emma-
50% of the bottles are made. Sorry, 50% of each bottle is made from recycled plastic. It's not.
Oh.
I don't think it's biodegradable
Still.
plastic.
oh,
Still.
man, then.
Imma wkoll hemm biodegradable plastic imma jiswa aktar oli minn paper straws. Komplu tkellmu, ħanfittex malaj.
Ma nafx. Jiena kif rajta di tipo għalija il-punt li l-affajt għamlu biodegradable so that we move away from plastic. So if you make it biodegradable u fl-istess ħin li plastic.
I don't know how it works, man. I've never.
Naqa. Ara
I'm not smart enough to figure this shit out.
Tal-kristall, eżempju, hija idea tajba għax ara kemm użaw plastic
Alright.
up to this point.
There is imma xorta mhux tajjeb.
I was gonna say 'cause plastic's plastic. You know?
Iva, there is imma xorta mhux tajjeb.
Kemm kristall.
Oh, yeah, just throw them.
Imma bro,
Xorta saċertu punt huwa tajjeb għax ara kemm użaw plastik sissa. Issa jaqbdu mill-plastik li intuża u qed jikkrejaw bottles ġodda. Frok qed jerġgħu jagħmlu bottles ġodda minn plastik ġdid. They're using recycled plastic, which is still good. It's not biodegradable, imma it's good. It's recycled
Aliyah,
plastic.
throw it all in a pit, set fire to it.
Palta future, ma tafx jagħmlu qabdu trash kollu ta' dinja u batu want Kristu. U bat xi mit-sena oħra
Like
reġa'
Wally.
ġiet lura.
like Wally. There's all the shit in the. No, and what I love about Futurama is that they built the city below is so fucked and so destroyed. They're like, fuck it, we'll just build on top and just create a new floor and they just create a new city.
U bat l-iktar li ta' daħli biħabba li actions have consequences dil-ballun ta' trash reġa' ġiet lura bil-orbit.
Yeah.
Bro, Futurama
I
vera
prefer Futurama to Simpsons.
ħafna. Futurama għandu concept li huma tipo well thought out and they make a joke out of it.
There's an entire episode of Futurama where it's a dude, one of the writers was studying for his PhD or something, and for his thesis, he needed to prove one of his theories, so he used an episode to prove his theory, and that episode is like part of his research. It's an episode where like there's a machine that can swap my mind into your body and your mind into my body.
Kun semmejtu għali.
But then you can't switch back. So once we switch,
Alright.
you can't switch back. So the problem is, if we switch, how many people do we need for everyone to end up back in their own body? As once we switch, then the only way I can get back into my body would be if I'm in your body and I switch with Leon, and then you'll switch with me, but then you'll be switched. Filmed? So how many people do you need? So that way, once you do one switch, everyone returns back to normal.
It's gonna personally damage the switch.
On the whiteboard in the episode, there's the formula that the writer created. I think like 3 or 4 of the writers on the show like had PhDs and shit.
And what was the answer?
Like 140 something. I think I don't know what it was.
So if you switch 140 something people switch their brains with one swap, you can get everybody back in their body.
If you do one swap, you need 147 people or
Which
something like that. So everyone's
One.
back in their normal body, including the original people.
Li da ġust qabad il-hook ta' show Bender, a robot imur ġo payphone 25 cents to kill himself. U bat ma jaħdimx għax ma kellux biżej flus. Kienet tajba u tifo.
No, I love even the first episode's so good when Fry he like sort of kicks the chair back and falls into the ice, and then like he freezes and you see humanity's future, like the aliens can't destroy everything, then they build and aliens come again. And then he wakes up, he's like, what's going on? No, I love that show. I think it's great. You know how it ends?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ends.
It's sad.
It's pretty good actually.
As in,
Għatħallu naraħsa.
it-għat ma rajtu ġifir, għat.
For a sci-fi show ending, it's good.
Right,
Clips u hekk. Honestly, one of the best cartoons.
I mean,
Ahead of its time, okay.
Disenchantment, that's how it starts. The trailer starts with, we've done the present, we've done the future, now let's do the past. And then it just
Disenchantment tal-istess.
Simpsons of Futurama, Matt Groening. He did the shows. And he did
Mela
some-
żgur nara Futurama, ġiżan ġad me veru ġomni.
Futurama's better.
Futurama
Hands
ħafna,
down.
yeah.
Futurama has a problem where towards the middle it gets a bit
Stale
stale. But then the thing was that it got cancelled like 3 times. And then fans bought DVDs, so they renewed it. And then no one watched it, so it got cancelled. But then they bought the DVDs, so it got renewed again. But then by the end, it picks up a bit again. You know?
Le, il-da.
It's good though.
Jina nejt, it was ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its time.
Il-jokes u da. U ma tajbin ħafna, per eżempju, waħda li.
Zoidberg! Kevin Hubble, man. Yeah, literally. like, man, Zoidberg's literally a pedo in the show. Like, he loves
He loves like girls zar,
Yes,
bro.
man. He's such a creep.
Ta' Family Guy.
Imma le, ma dan.
Quagmire.
Quagmire.
Emma, this is like
on the
he's
next
an
level.
alien. He's
Alright.
he's the red lobster with the tentacles.
Alright.
Ah, literally.
U bot per eżempju, kien hemm episod waħda imorru ġo pjaneta. U naf li ma tantx interessanti xed nispjega episod, imma basically imur f'post fry u il-mod ta' execution tagħhom ta' dal-post death by snoo.
Yes. That's a classic joke.
Għalek,
As well,
ġifieri,
though.
vera-
They've got some good ones.
Kif tiġik moħħok tajt
Yeah, there's some good ones. My favorite
tmut billi jaf ġekox.
one of my favorite episodes is the Titanic episode
I
where
don't
there's the
get
black
why
hole.
they call it snoo.
Ma nafx għal
Because
għed.
it-
Just there.
It's
Just
like just death
snoo.
by snoo.
Għet tajt ta' snoo xinu. U bot tara xierba daqseg biex jiġu għalik.
Yeah.
Le, ma
What do you think about Rick and Morty? Because I feel like Futurama and Rick and Morty.
jien Rick and Morty u a direction differenti, imma the comedic
Similar
style is similar vibe. Jina jġobni ħafna.
Meta ħajkun bida?
Dak
This
dat.
month.
Dat.
This month. Or next month, maybe like early September.
Early September
Yeah,
jidilli.
yeah.
Vera tajb. Jien Rick and Morty.
I loved season 4. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it.
Jien jġobni kull season. Ġifin, I'm kind of biased għax jien jġobni ħafna. Tipo, I have Rick and Morty t-shirts and the
Jien m'għandix xejn Rick and Morty, imma.
għandi da pop figures u għek, ġifiri għandi ħafna affarijiet tiegħu. As in general għandi ħafna pop figures, imma tiegħu għandi speċjalment għandi ħafna tiegħu. Huwa quite fun. Tipo jisu huma jiena nħobb naħseb kif jivvintaw l-episodju li tipo insane, man.
But you know what? Dan Harmon, the way he writes episodes is very like analytical and very streamlined. He follows the hero's journey to a T, you know?
Yeah,
He's got his own hero's journey. He calls it the hero circle. It's 8 steps. And every episode follows those 8 steps.
Issa, mux jina l-koncept tal-episodju li mux kif jamlu il-koncept.
What happens in
You know
the
what?
episode?
For shows like that, you need to have a writer's room.
Mux
Then
għalek.
one person
ma
can't
I
do
just want to
that.
be in that writer's room meta
Same.
għamlu dak
I'd love to do
l-episodju.
You know, as a writer, I love writing.
Per eżempju,
my own
Morty,
stuff,
f'daqqa waħda episod minnhom jaħxi dragon. Kif tiġi
but-
moħħok, bro.
The best episode is the Vat of Acid.
Mux
Where
hekk.
at the end, like, he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And Rick just goes, and there's the Vat of Acid. He's like, fuck you.
Okay.
You said pops. I love pop. Right, I've got a pet peeve.
Għaxa tajli.
Do you open the boxes?
Yes, ovvja.
Thank you. Oh my fucking god, bro. Why do people not open the box?
Għanajlek, imma tafx għandi jena. Inżom il-kaxxa u kol.
Reselling value.
Le,
But then you're not fucking enjoying it.
wait a minute. Il-resell value huwa il-kaxxa tibqa tajba. Issa jiena,
Mekta open, naħseb aħjar.
għan open daħer ma jiena niftaħa b'talli
Why
mod
do people...
Stanley knife u tipo.
Imma whatever, you're being anal, ma...
Ma naħseb jien
Having
jiddependi
it in the box on your desk.
għax jek trida biex kollok il-kollezzjoni kollha, tgħid forsi tiftaħu. Menti meta tiftaħu tħallihom barra mbagħad.
Ima.
Imma I see
Niftaħom,
people...
niftaħom un edhom fucking fuq daw
I see
jidruzbi.
moment.
I see man.
Xiex?
Dak għażhom momenti.
Le, hemm ftit minnhom niswaw li xi 80 euros, bro.
Ma mispejt bihom.
Ek jaslu għal fuq 150? Ovvjament, bro. Like,
Emma, for me, it's like I go to a friend's house and he'll have pops and they'll be on a shelf, still in the boxes, all stacked.
le, ek
Oh my
jiddequni,
bro,
ek
you can't
jiddequni.
fucking see inside the... Like, all you see is the front. You might as well
Per eżempju-
buy a JPEG of it and just put the JPEG.
NFT u.
Don't get started on NFTs.
You believe in NFTs?
Yes, I do.
Fair, huh?
Even actually, as in
Da-
I'm telling you right now,
Diamond-
this
Diamond.
podcast will never have an NFT. Over my fucking dead body.
Diamond NFT is just a JPEG that everyone can save
Listen,
and
listen.
own.
The NFT is the receipt of the JPEG.
nista' ngħid xi ħaġa, so.
Tista. Sure, the podcast will never have an NFT.
I will not partake in this conversation.
Jason and I will never, ever let this podcast have an NFT.
Għala, just nkun naf għala, ta.
Because NFTs are a scam, man.
Wait
They're
a minute,
fucking
wait.
scam.
Wait a minute. Mux kolla, imma hemm ftit li huma scam, ovvjament.
Most of them.
F'kull ħaġa hemm scams. Li ħanajdlek jiena NFT hija għax sissa kull cryptocurrency u l-blockchain
Even though they're a scam, man.
għadna ma wasalniex fil-physical part tagħha. Tipo. U ħan kompla nispjega. Per eżempju, NFT jiena għandi futur f'moħħi li tixi xaġi per eżempju Gucci sweatshirt jew
And you do an
pants.
NFT of that.
Xiex?
And you do an NFT of like your trousers.
Iva biex.
Oh my
Wait a
God,
minute,
man.
sihbi, wait a minute, ħan kompli nitkellem. ħantik il-raġuni.
Sorry.
All right?
Oh.
Hemm ħafna li they rip off, tipo tista' tixi xaġa l-istess ħaġa minn ġum u tidher l-istess. With this NFT tkun taf l-authenticity tal-flok. U inti għandek one of
So you just have a certificate that already exists.
imma NFTs is the fucking future tipo of authenticity shit.
But why would you then?
Għax iktar aħjar ħatoti torri ċertifikat torri fil-fucking mobile, bro,
I mean,
l-NFT.
NFTs aren't secure. NFTs aren't a
Eva.
valid like, oh, this is original.
Yes,
It is.
Of course
There's
it
an
is.
address.
Mela.
There's an address.
Mela.
As if, man.
Mela,
As if, man, bro, I can
Mela,
Because if I have an NFT, I can sell the NFT to someone else.
And you give them the address.
Eżatt.
But the thing is, when I sell the NFT, I don't sell the image. I have no rights to the image.
You have the rights to the image.
No, if I am making a film, okay, and I've got an NFT of the fucking depressed monkeys, whatever the fuck
It's yours. It's yours.
I cannot use that monkey in my film. I will get copyright stricken and I will be sued because I do not have the right to use that image in my production.
Imma dik
That's separate document.
iskont kif l-agreement li għamilt
NFTs at their basics do not give you the right to use that image.
li konsa.
On
Imma
social media, yes. In films,
per
in
eżempju,
actual use, you can't.
imma inti tissemmi għal dik particular case, jina tintik use case li hija vera legitimate. Li jekk tixi xaġa li tiswa daqshekk ċertu ammont ta' flus u tixħaġa to prove the authenticity of that, why not tixja, min tixja tixi, you're buying the clothes, imma qed titik NFT wkoll magħha. Min tixja tixi l-NFT, qed tixi l-ħwejjeġ u qed titik l-NFT biex inti
Then it's just like a certificate, too.
iva ma
That
hija
I'm fine with.
hija
not selling it, it just comes with
proof
it.
of concept ta' kif għandha tkun NFT f'moħħi.
Yeah.
F'moħħi jekk
Imma
aħjar.
ċertu
Because technically it's
NFTs.
non-fungible, but they are fungible because people sell them.
Imma
Imma non fungible għax ma
NFTs.
sax tagħmel iktar minna.
Yeah, ma suppost NFTs were originally there to be like, oh, I made this image, I have the NFT to prove it. You were never meant to sell it. It's meant to just be like you said, a proof of
It's like
originality.
art.
But you're not buying the art.
You
If
are
I-
buying the
so,
art.
Okay,
How are you not buying? Meta tizmur
Okay, let-
ġo xismu ġo ma fit
Art
art
exhibition,
gallery,
art
art
gallery,
exhibition.
ah.
U tixtri art. Is that not your art now?
Nah.
Can you not sell it and make profit
yes.
from it?
So if I go into a gallery and there's an artwork, a Picasso, and
You
I buy
cannot
the-
say that's yours.
Yes. If I buy a Picasso and I'm a collector, that Picasso is now mine.
But you still didn't make it. You cannot
No.
say that you made that.
No, but it's mine.
I mean, you can make profit. You can sell it for profit. You can do
Yes.
whatever you want with it now.
Yes. With an NFT,
You can do the same.
No.
How not?
Because the difference is you are selling the NFT, not the so.
Emmek,
so wait,
if it's digital art, inti m'intix qed
Imma
tuħu ritratt
the
tal-Mona
NFT
Lisa u
isn't
tbieħ il-Mona.
the NFT isn't the digital art.
Now, how is it? How not? How
Kif
is it?
mhijiex? Taf
is it not-
xed tgħid
because-
inti.
because-
Taf xed tgħid, nista'
What
ngħidlek
is
xed
it?
tgħid.
What is it?
When you go to a gallery, when you go to a gallery,
Għax tista' tmissax iż-żoq, mela ħanajdlek di.
Yes.
Mela x'tista' tmissa,
Mela,
għajdli inti, all right, hekk inti għandek il-bank. Sewwa?
Aha.
Il-bank. Għajdlek għandek 1000 euro fil-bank. Issa f'daqqa waħda. Ciao. Għandek
By-
zero. Il-flus tiegħek jgħidlek skont kemm għandek il-bank.
as
M'għandekx
far as I
ta'
know, I
flus.
think by law a bank needs
Alright.
to have the money, like physical money.
Le.
That
Le.
No.
Le. Kif
Il-bank,
il-Greċja, il-Greċja,
inti
il-Greċja
qatt ma
adottat
tmur ġo
il-
bank,
casinos.
inti qatt ma tmur ġo bank, jekk għandek 1000 euro, il-bank m'għandux kaxxa den Hilton €1000.
Le, I'm saying in Malta there will be, HSBC will have all that cash. They have to.
No. They use the money to make more money.
Casinos have to. A casino
is not a bank, though.
If a casino have 1 million chips in play, they have to have 1 million in cash.
Imma a casino is different.
But what I'm saying,
A bank uses your money to make more money.
Mux even a casino.
Yeah.
Mux even a casino.
Not the way the bank does.
A casino, I use my money to make them more money.
Eżatt. Imma banks use your money to make more money.
Għax they invest and shit.
Għalek.
Jgħodu fuq l-interessi li jihdu mill-loans biss. Ma jistax kun.
Le, obviously.
Għalek, huma jużaw il-flus li t-tijom inti biex iżommu għomlok biex jgħamlu iktar flus għalijom.
And banks also get funded by the government.
Għalek, anyways, il-punt tiegħi kien li hekk xi ħaġa qiegħda online ma jfissirx li ma teżistix.
Allura inti għalik, jekk NFT mhix digital image, x'inhi?
So the analogy is, okay, you go to an art gallery. I buy a Picasso. I have that Picasso. I own it legally. With it comes a certificate that says this was made by Picasso and all the information. A certificate of authenticity.
You have the same shit on NFTs.
The NFT is that certificate.
No.
Not the image.
No.
The NFT is the image. What's behind the NFT, all right? The address and everything that's behind the NFT. That's the certificate. That says this is the original NFT done by this specific artist and now it belongs to these people.
But I don't.
Għandek lista ta' min xtraħa qablek.
Okay, I've never bought an NFT because I'm not going to.
Asina, imma l-affarijiet
I'm asking a question. Chill, fam. Take your pressure pills. It's okay. When you NFT, it's like .nft, it's a file. What is it?
No.
What
it's
is
an
it?
address.
.word, .docs?
It's an address, so
But what do you get? When you buy an NFT, what do you get?
The core principle is an address,
Don't tell me you get an address. What do you get? What file do you get on your computer?
You don't get a file, you get a fucking address. An address, so
you cannot download the NFT on your computer.
Address. A unique address, alright?
If I sell you the NFT, I don't send you a JPEG file, I don't send you a Word file, I don't send you a PDF file, I just don't send you anything, I give you the address. And that address refers to that NFT, which is online, it's always online. You cannot download the NFT
when
on
you
your
go on
PC.
the address, the image will be there.
Eva.
You cannot download
But then you own nothing.
No, you own that.
You own nothing.
You don't own anything.
And
the address, I can be like, oh, it's my core, here's the address.
Billi għandi l-address tijak. Ma jfissirx li jena bat nista immur imbiħa u ħajkolli l-authenticity illi isma, this is the actual one. Dik għandek jeda, inti għandek access għal dawk
Għandek il-one of one ta' dik il-ħagġa.
But my issue is that if I have a Picasso, there's only one fucking Picasso.
And there's going to be one
NFT.
One NFT.
How?
There's only one NFT of each.
There's no such thing as original pixels. That doesn't exist. That's not a real thing.
Mintix qed tifhem, bro. Mintix qed tifhem il-kunċett. Huwa basically hekk inti għandek il-ħaġa għas għandha fejn tkun ritratt. Tista' tkun ritratt ta' sormi.
Yes, anything.
Inti dik għandha information, għandha l-bytes ġo fiha. Dik kollox collectively huwa l-address.
But legally that has no copyright.
Sissa,
legally bytes have nothing.
Sissa.
Imma you still cannot sell my NFT.
Għax m'għandekx l-address.
Ma sax tmur inti.
So when I buy it, I can sell it.
Yes. Għax now it's yours. Like the Picasso, you bought it, now you can sell it for profit.
It's not like the Picasso.
Kif mhix?
Because, okay.
Kif mhix?
No, okay.
Sorry.
Because my girlfriend's cousin made an NFT because he's a moron, he's 13, and he just, when you're 13, you go on trends, right? And he made one. The first thing I fucking did was save image, and I have it on my phone to this day.
That is not the NFT. Do you have...
Wait.
This is a common rebuttal, which is fucking abysmal, by the way.
But wait, no, because I'm comparing it to physical, all right?
You don't have to.
I can't do that with a physical painting.
Mela, urini l-NFT. Urini dettalji taħħa minn who owned it before, kem tiswa, fejn l-address taħħa. Imma dik, ħadd mu ħajġi, u jħalsek taħħa dik.
Għax m'għandekx l-address.
Ħadd mu ħajħalsek taħħa dik, għax ma nsent ma jtik taħħa.
But point is, that why the fuck would anyone buy a digital image? Why?
Why would you buy art?
As in, if you're
In that
asking
case,
for
or-
an artist to make an image for you, that's one thing because you're asking for a service.
Emma, it's
But
a
if
collection,
a fucking
no?
image and I want
Emma,
to make it
you
my
just
profile
don't-
picture,
you just don't understand, Hannah,
affarijiet differenti.
and you don't own the copyright,
Imma.
so
do.
you cannot use it in films or TV, which
Imma.
is
It depends on the contract that you do. It's a
Imma.
digital
No,
contract.
'cause it's a
Iva,
digital
man,
contract.
ħatajt li lek.
Copyright.
No,
Kif
it's a
ħatajt li
digital
lek
contract.
ngħidlek skont
Inti
il-kontrat?
il-kontrat jinkiteb. Għajt bejnek u bejn min qed tixtri.
It's a different type of purchase.
Bejnek u bejn l-artist. L-artist jgħidlek, inti dawn huma l-affarijiet, jekk tixtriha, dawn huma l-affarijiet li inti tagħmel biha. Issa kull artist jista' jagħmel kontratt talih.
But the thing is that what I'm saying is that if you buy the NFT, that would be you're buying the image. But you're not buying the image, you're buying the NFT. And the NFT
The
is not the
NFT.
image, they're two different things.
No, they're not.
They are.
No.
Mumiex.
Legally, they are.
How are they?
Daniel,
Because
qed tgħid li hekk u bad taf x'inhi NFT. Hekk jien ngħidlek u jien studjajthom.
Għedistaqsina biex iċib informazzjoni dwar l-NFTs. U ma tgħidilna inti x'inhu ma NFTs u x'ma sax tagħmel bihom. Leja.
I'm saying legally, because I know
No.
the legal rights of them.
Imma
That's what I know.
certain
I know
NFT li
because I
tixtri
know what
inti.
an
Meta
NFT
tixtri
physically is.
inti NFT.
There is nothing.
NFT għandek il-kontrat bejn min għamila. Għarajt l-NFT. U bejn min qed jixtrija. U fil-kontrat għandek imnizzel ċertu affarijiet li tistgħu
Issa
tagħmel
hekk
biha.
inti dik li ta'
But then you need a different contract, because copyright contracts are a specific thing.
Imma
You
jekk
can't just be like,
il-kontrat-
oh, I got an NFT, I wrote, they have the copyright for it. That's not legally binding.
If it's a contract, how is it legally binding?
It's not. Bro, we had law and ethics, you didn't pay attention, trust me.
Ma sekonda naqra. Jekk jiena, xtrajt, ġifieri jekk jiena xtrajt xi ħaġa minn għandek. U inti fil-kontratt ktibt li jiena issa I own the copyright tagħha u nista' nuża fejn irrid. Nista' nagħmel li rrid
There
biha.
are certain things that need to be done in a copyright
U
contract.
nifirmaw jienu inti. Ġifieri jiena mbagħad ħammu nuża ħaġa film. Wara li inti qed li I own the copyright u mbagħad tiġej li inti isma' ma tistax fil-film, ma tistax inżabba, I'm sorry. Jekk inti ktibt li fil-kontratt u firmajtu inti tgħid li you own the copyright, I own the copyright.
The law is more complicated than just signing. For example, for copyright, there needs to be a trade of money, you know? No, but what I'm saying is that
U
if
ġet
you're,
tagħmel biex tixtri NFT.
but if you're buying the NFT, what I'm saying is you're buying the NFT, not the image. And the image has a certain set of rights, which legally are different.
we're going in circles. We're going in circles. Li qed ngħidulek
It's different.
le mhijiex imma we go.
When you buy the
We
NFT,
go.
you are buying the image as well.
On certain nerġa' ngħid, mhux kull NFT hija l-istess. Hemm ċertu NFTs li tixtri parti minn xi ħaġa, pereżempju NFT project li inti
I will come back next week with a rebuttal.
Aw,
Because
aw,
I
NFTs.
don't know
Aw,
enough about
NFTs.
NFTs.
ħanajlek.
I just know the basic
Aw,
info.
NFTs, illi xismu, huma jisom membership cards għal ċertu
per
għal
eżempju
ċertu
Bored
clubs.
Ape Club, so Bored Ape Club, taf x'inhi? Fejta dawk il-monkeys. Dawk dik it-tip ta' NFT project qiegħda li inti tixtri dak ir-ritratt biex tidħol fil-Bored Ape Club li huwa elite daw jiswaw xi 200,000 il-waħdek mhux iktar. Inti meta tixtri
Waste of money.
għandek
I just right-click
status
save.
imma stanna
Oh.
ftit. Tista' tiegħek waħda ngħidlek din qabel għax issa l-argument titkompli.
You're gonna jump at me, fam.
Vera, għax ngħidlek għax għażis li żobbi fuq dil biċċa ta' xogħol. NFT qiegħda, pereżempju ta' Bored Ape Club huwa li jekk tixtri dak l-NFT qiegħed parti minn dak il-club li jinvitawk għal networking, pereżempju hemm The Weeknd, hemm Drake, hemm ħafna x'ismu celebrities tajbin. Hekk inti tixtieq investor li tixtieq tidħol f'dak it-tip ta' club tixtri Bored Ape Club. U qiegħed direct access għal dik il-session.
Dawk l-NFTs tal-Bored Ape Club huma an access card to this club. Jekk inti għandek tagħmel right click save image u għandek l-image, m'intix qiegħed fil-club, m'intix ħadd tmur u tidħol għal meta whatever l-activities li għamlu jew xi
But
għamlu.
that's just like a side part of the NFTs. and the
Umbat
NFTs,
għandek oħrajn li huma iktar tista' huma l-iktar NFTs li tista' tgħid li tista' tifhimhom. Hemm NFTs li inti pereżempju għandek relic one of one ta' xi ħaġa. U inti tixtieq miflok tbieħha tixtieq taqsama bejn in-nies. Din qiegħda listed għandek għandek l-address sewwa li hija unique u ma ħadd ma jista' jikkopjaha lu biex tista' taċċessaħa tit-login credentials tiegħek, jiġifieri hija secure. So inti għandek bżonn login credentials biex you
But the fact
access.
that you have to log in means you don't own it. 'Cause
No,
if you owned
no,
it,
mela
you would
daw
have it.
affarijiet bro. Inti qed
You
tgħidli.
don't have to log in, man.
Inti, mela s-sanna fidek, inti biex titħol il-pin tal-bank. Sawa, jien saqbad nidħol noħodlok il-flus.
Meaning a service, so.
Ġifiri sekonda, you don't own the money li għandek ġol kont tal-bank, għax biex tidħol.
I'm storing it there.
Sekonda, biex tidħol inti, biex tidħol u tagħmel li trid bihom il-flus.
Tuża l-pin.
Allura you don't own that money.
Jo biex
I don't need to log in. I use my card.
Alright. U bat tittamel
U
il-pin.
l-application biex tibat l-flus. Jew biex tmexxi bej kontu ieħor x'ħat tagħmel.
I have to log in.
Ettara mela dik.
Imma still, but I put the money in there.
Iva, and you bought the fucking NFT.
I put the money in there to buy the NFT.
Qed tipprova tgħid.
I don't understand NFTs, bro. There's such a scam to me. There is, to me, there is no purpose for an NFT.
Kif qed tgħidilna inna nispjegaw lek different purposes for
Għandni kif
NFT.
differenti.
All you've explained to me for the NFTs are A, that you own the image, which I don't believe, and B, that you can be part of a club, but I can be part of a club without an NFT.
No.
Like I can apply to Mensa and I will meet people through Mensa. But
you cannot be part of the Bored Ape Club.
Minna ma tixxi NFT.
Yes, but then you're not buying the NFT for the NFT. You're buying it as an entry for the club.
Allura.
Imma
But with that mentality, you might as well just create a club without NFTs and be like, it costs much to enter.
Imma qed jużaw teknoloġija ġdida.
I'm not saying that use is bad.
NFT.
I'm saying that the NFT part's redundant. You can make it more efficient.
NFT memx użu wieħed għalija u full stop. NFTs huma proġetti li jinħalqu għal użi differenti. L-istess ħaġa bħal cryptocurrency. Għal cryptocurrency mhijiex hemmhekk għal użu wieħed biss. Alright, eżempju, Bitcoin, alright, it's trying to be like the next cash, jew gold.
And they're crashing right now.
V-chain.
Palmu gold ukoll. Gold.
Yes.
V-chain.
No. Even like when people say that gold's better than Bitcoin, man, gold's as worthless as Bitcoin. It's only worth as much as we say it's worth.
V-chain eżempju huwa proġett ieħor illi V-chain il-punt tiegħu u li huma jibgħu jagħmlu illi every product or package can be tracked through a certain address. Illi inti tkun taf. Post mux tracking bħalma nar post tal-lum, imma post minn fej mar, minn fej ġig, minn fej ġabu l-part biex bnew dil-ħagġa, minn fej ġabu l-part biex bnew ħagġa oħra. U tkun taf eżatt, li dan il-prodott huwa genuine għax il-parts ġew minn hemm u minn hemm.
What do you mean parts?
Jekk
tibni karozza.
Jekk tibni karozza, jekk tibni GPU, il-qoddim mista nkun naf, eżempju, il-GPU, il-parts li ġew minn hemm u minn hemm. Illi dan il-GPU.
So wait, NFTs build cars?
No. V-chain jekk cryptocurrency. You can buy V-chain if you want, coins.
U meta tixtri cryptocurrency wkoll biex infehmek ukoll.
I really try to stay away from crypto, man.
Meta tixtri cryptocurrency se qed tixtri stock.
Exactly. It's a stock without a company, so it's less reliable, quote unquote.
No, there is a company. After behind each cryptocurrency, there is a project.
Programmers
The project's not as strong as a company, as Apple.
Alright, imma Apple għara kemilhom, għalhekk m'għandhomx cryptocurrency, għax Apple bdew fi żmien tal-stocks. Issa kumpanija jibdew ġodda issa bħal V-chain li jibgħu jagħmlu proġett ġdid. Illi bdew issa għara daħlu fil-cryptocurrency flok daħlu fl-stocks. Allura, issa,
inti meta tinvesti l-flus.
Don't they have different purposes? Stock is for shareholding. But if you own Bitcoin, you don't own shares.
No, you don't own shares.
You own l-ammont ek inti per eżempju hemm 21 million Bitcoin. Jista' jkun hemm 21 million stock. L-istess ħaġa.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so if I have, to make it simple, let's just say there's 10 million Bitcoin. If I own a million, do I own 10% of the company now?
Iva.
I own 10% of the shares.
Iva. U għek inti tbiħom, ħat tikrexja l-market. Palma għek biħ stock, tikrexja l-market.
That's the thing I don't like cryptos because it's too volatile.
Imma
it's too market focused.
Għaxħada ġdida, ħafna.
That's why I would invest in it once it's stable, personally.
Imma mbagħad tittara għax emmin jgħidlek għandu l-ħin fuq ideħ u jifhem fuq dawn l-affarijiet allura jgħidlek issa nista' ninvesti fiha. Għaw min kapaċi jaqra l-market. Jgħidlek investi fiha issa għax huwa volatile u jekk jien għandi ċans li noqgħod 10 sigħat quddiem computer nara graf nanalizza u nara kif qed timxi l-Bitcoin, I can make a shit ton of money li any stock investor mhuwiex kapaċi jagħmel għax l-stock li stabilizza u ma jimxiex kemm jimxi crypto.
Stock moves like maximum in a day like what by max, like
Eżatt.
what, a point, 2 points.
Eżatt.
It's slow. I think it's less volatile. It's safer.
It's safer.
But then like sometimes companies crash as well. You know?
Imma għalek,
And
ċismu,
spike.
ċikultant, you have to risk it biex tamel, to make
Risk
bigger
it
money.
for the biscuit.
Eżatt. Issa, kripto għandek proġetti, huma proġetti jgħidulhom, inti tista' ovvjament qabel ma tinvesti on any crypto, inti jgħidlek wan tagħmel riċerka u riċerka ma tagħmilix li tfittex random websites, tmur tara min jagħmel proġett, u l-proġett ikollhom il-white paper. U l-white paper fil-white paper huma il-kumpanija tgħidlek step by step huma x'qegħdin jagħmlu u x'biħsibhom jagħmlu u għalfejn jemmnu li tħadd
But why do I care if they're building a car? Let's say they're building
No, they're
a
not
car.
building a car.
What they doing? What's the project?
Il-project u illi every part, alright,
Of
ikolla
anything.
code. Illi inti b'din il-code tista' tkun taf din il-part minn fejn ġiet biex inti tkun taf.
But what am I buying into?
You
The
are buying
company,
into the company biex il-company tkun tista' tagħmel iktar xisbu tkun tista' inti tgħid.
But
I believe in the company.
I keep asking questions and you're not answering.
Inti għalfejn tixtri l-stock ta' Apple. Ejdi.
So then I can get money as a shareholder.
Alright, issa.
And then obviously the with Bitcoin as well, then to sell it later on.
Le,
But
stock, għalfejn tixtri l-stock ta' Apple.
Because then every quarter you get money.
Every
Must
quarter
do
you get a few
dividends,
cents.
Dividends it
Every
takes into.
quarter you
Yes,
get a few cents or $2.
Obviously, it depends how many shares you have.
Alright, issa miflok
But obviously, the main aim for shares is then to, when they're up, you get a
said.
big buyout.
Eżatt.
Same with Bitcoin.
Issa.
That I understand. From a consumer level.
għalfejn qed tixtri Apple u m'intix qed tixtri jinnaf.
Because Apple are a company.
Li temmen fihom.
Wait. I'm going to even say like that are doing projects, iPhone, iPad, whatever. Don't worry, we're not
That
gonna-
you trust, that you-
And I believe that their projects are
Issa.
going to do well.
Well, istess ħaġa, you can mimir the
And
stuff.
the
fuq
stock
l-oħra.
goes, which
Inti
even
ħadem
then, even if Apple are doing well as a company, if people are selling the stock goes down. So
xejn.
it's as volatile. in a sense.
Imma
Nifhem.
inti qed tixtri
understand.
inti qed tixtri tal-Apple għax inti temmen li Apple bħala kumpanija hija kumpanija tajba, allura temmen li in 2, 3, 5 years time l-stock price ħajola u and you can get out at a higher price u make profit. Hekk inti temmen li l-kumpanija hija ħażina, minix ħad ixtri inkella u within a few years time ħażitlek il-flus. Issa sekonda.
What are the projects of
Issa
Bitcoin?
sekonda naqra. The same goes for crypto. Inti temmen jien eżempju f'dita VeChain nemmen u għandi ċertu flus ġo VeChain. Issa,
But what are VeChain doing?
qed
Għandu kif
ngħidlek.
għallek, bro, way.
car.
Le, Ben, xie, m'intix qed
Huma
tisfetti
qegħdin
fermen.
jippruvaw illi kull part
Ta' anything.
Mhux karozza
What do you
biss.
mean cool part? Part
Per
of what?
eżempju.
Part, mechanic part. Right. Everything. Meta
Stop
joħroġ
slamming.
Everything, meta toħroġ mill-kumpanija.
You're not explaining
Meta
properly,
toħroġ, kif? Meta toħroġ mill-factory, mill-fabrika, il-part, kull part toħroġ minn kull fabrika. Jew mill-fabriki li
That they
jagħmlu
make.
parti
So they make
mhux
more
VeChain,
force.
mhux VeChain, any part li anka Apple, jekk Apple jitlu fiha del ħaġa wkoll ma fx kif edha xi
Per eżempju, ħanajdlek jiena eżempju li bħalissa
Inti kapaċi
ċara.
tgħidli il-motherboard minn fejn ġiet tal-Apple?
Why do I
Corey.
give a fuck
Corey.
where my motherboard came from? From
Corey.
some Asian dude who's celebrating his 12th birthday. Like,
Inti biex kunta fil-raffajt li għandek huma
ħanajdilkom eżempju ċar li bħalissa edha si. Sawa,
Yes.
Walmart edha partnered ma' VeChain.
okay.
Sawa,
Uh-huh.
Walmart iġib l-affarijiet.
Yes.
Meta sa VeChain li għamlu,
What do Walmart get? Like food?
Food, mela da. Mela inti meta tkun qed tixtri l-affarijiet tkun taf min qed ikabbara, min qed itija l-ikel biex tista' tikber u minn fejn qed tintbagħat u minn
But that's not a
That is all.
product.
That is all. Thanks to VeChain.
imma Walmart
This is a
stridhom
project that
daw
VeChain
l-affarijiet.
created.
Walmart stridhom daw
So
l-affarijiet.
VeChain have investors from like the farmers.
Le, m'intix qed tifhem bro,
VeChain
ngħidlek
from
Walmart qed tagħti VeChain il-flus biex hi tkun tista' tkun taf l-informazzjoni minn fejn ġej.
But how would VeChain know that information?
Għax inti tipparten għax inti tkun tista' tfittex. Inti VeChain, inti dik jida.
How don't Walmart know where their products are coming from?
Imma
They're
tkun iktar
buying it.
bid-detalji, tkun iktar dettaljata.
But also what I'm saying is this. A, who gives a fuck where it came
Dejdu,
from?
dejdu.
Walmart do a party, they do għax they partner with VeChain.
And secondly, That's not a product.
It
Apple is
it's
a product.
service. It's a service,
It's a
bro.
service.
It's a service. But
Isn't the service a product?
Personally, I can't see the value.
Imma xinti,
Of
man.
the service.
There is
Walmart.
Walmart, they see the value in it, għax Walmart jidu lek mela issa jien nista.
Għax ma tista'
Lil-nies
jaraw
tgħidulhom li
l-analytics.
dawn huma genuinely il-prodott li qed imbeħħulkom huma ħelti għaxejjin minn dak il-post.
Imma
Qed jitkabru b'ċertu mod. U nafuha.
Sorry,
for a
imma
certainty.
I should know that for a certainty with or without VeChain. The companies I'm buying from should have that certainty regardless.
il-VeChain li tagħmellek. VeChain li tagħmellek, so.
Okay, what makes...
ħanajdlek jiena u għatifem. VeChain li tagħmellek, it-tagħti l-informazzjoni lil Walmart li għandek waħda mill-Peru, waħda minn Guatemala, sawa? U bat inti tara.
But how do VeChain know that? That's what I'm asking.
Bro, inti qabel kienet tkun taf li mill-Guatemala biss. U minn dil-kumpanija, VeChain tmur fuq dil-kumpanija u tgħidu.
So VeChain send people to Guatemala to see every farm to be like, okay, what products are you making? You're making for Walmart too.
M'hemmx għalfejn tmur VeChain.
But if VeChain are getting the information...
Iġiba minn mod, jina biex nġib l-informazzjoni fuq Ancient Rome kelli mun neżisti fuq Ancient Rome, bro.
Le,
Biex għamilt it-teżi, kellek għalfejn tmur fej kull ħaġa li riċerkajt, le, inti mort sibt il-kodba, sibt l-informazzjoni postijiet differenti minn ħafna postijiet differenti. U għalek għandek il-xismu, il-reference list.
That's a one-time fucking job. Not I'm being paid all the fucking time with people buying crypto and... That's not a project. It's not a product. It lacks tangibility.
That's for you to say and for us to believe.
Jiena tfaj ċertu flus.
Okay.
This was a service before VeChain. Walmart knew where their shit was coming from before VeChain existed.
They didn't have
so why is this now a thing?
Ma stadi għandek iktar more analytics. More analytics.
Għana nspiega lek ekkara. Inti temmen li Apple il-qoddim 5 snin oħra ħajkunu mux tal-sejrin tajb, ħajkunu sejrin aħjar mill-jum, ma inti investi f'Apple. Issa jien nemmen.
I don't.
Imma jien nemmen, issa jien nemmen li VeChain bil-proġett li qed jagħmlu il-qoddim ħajmorru aħjar. Mela I get in now, ħalli il-qoddim meta jmorru.
Why are they called projects if it's just a service?
Għaxi project.
It's a project.
It's not a project, it's just a service. Like, we tell Walmart where their shit comes from. That's a project.
Imma inti proġett għax inti bot meta tajt li inti proġett.
I'm not like being argumentative, I'm actually curious. Like, I want to know.
Meta tajt li inti proġett. Inti per esempio iPhone kien proġett fil-bidu early stages, dadu mhux finalized product. iPhone ma kienx prodott mill-bidu.
You're saying that they do have finalized products, their service.
Their services.
Imma still jisir aħjar. Meta titkellem fuq crypto normalment dejjem every cryptocurrency is backed up by a project. If it's not, there are cryptocurrencies which are backed up by a project, and those are the scams, and that's how you know that a cryptocurrency is a scam.
Għax m'għandhom
Because there is no
project.
white paper, m'għandekx informazzjoni fuq.
For example,
it's most
Isn't all
probably
paper white?
fuck you.
Sorry.
It's most probably
Actually, Leon's gonna kill me. I'm trying to make him smile.
It's most probably not backed up by a solid project, and it just popped up a few days ago or a few weeks ago. That's how you know it's a scam. And that you should not
Per
buy
esempio,
it.
kien hemm cryptocurrency jismu Squid Game currency, bro.
Okay. Ignore. I'm talking about the big ones. Obviously, there's always going to be scams no matter what.
VeChain is not one of the big ones.
But okay, one of the good ones. Whatever the fuck you want to positive.
Le, dik hija xi ħaġa oħra. Ma jfissirx li
kbira.
xi ħaġa hija żgħira hija scam. VeChain għadhom relativament żgħar.
Reliable and reputable.
Tagħmel ir-riċerka tiegħek u tara li
ma temmenx biha.
My point is.
U temmen biha,
My point is, okay, a company like Apple, we're talking about Apple, right? Their hardware. They get their hardware, or they used to, from Sony, right?
And where do Sony get their hardware from?
They make it.
From scratch.
Yes, they make it. They have their own factories because they used to outsource. Now Apple make their own shit. Now they have the M2 chip. Before they didn't have the M2.
Issa per
And
esempio,
where do they get the resources
kella.
to do their parts? Where do they get
From
them?
companies,
Which companies?
But what I'm trying to say is that I don't.
Which companies?
But why?
Which companies do the Sonys get their?
But why do I care? What company made your cap? Or where's the metal from your glasses from? Or where's the linen from or the denim from your jeans from? Who gives a fuck? I have the product.
No, I have the product. Maybe I don't give a fuck, but maybe there is someone who does give a fuck, and VeChain will provide it for him.
I understand that. I get that. But didn't companies know that shit? Because companies knew where their shit came from. Like, when Apple would go to Sony and have a meeting with them, being like, where do you get your shit from? Sony would know.
But do you know?
But why do I need to know as a consumer?
You don't. Other people, maybe they care.
Inti da big data jkun. So, meta tista' u meta jkollok big data. Taf x'inhi big data? No. Big
a
data.
lot of data.
Basically. U a lot of data li tqeddu flimkien u mbagħad tista' toħroġ algorithms biex tista' tara minn fejn jaqbillek tagħmel l-affarijiet. Jew kellha biex tara projection ta' affarijiet.
So it's just like stats. So it's like a lot of
VChain huwa mod ta' kif kumpanija tista' ġib iktar stats fuq l-affarijiet li qed tixxi u fuq l-affarijiet li tista' tagħmel pereżempju hekk fuq Walmart tgħid li jaqbilli iktar nġib affarijiet fuq minn Guatemala u qed jinbieħu iktar affarijiet minn Guatemala. Għax inti taf.
So, okay, wait. Now you're explaining it differently. Now you're saying it like VChain are like Facebook, where the reason that they're worth something is because they have a lot of information. Like, Facebook has a lot of viewers and eyes.
Dak huwa l-proġett.
Because my issue was saying that Walmart would have known where their products were coming from before VChain.
Ikunu jafu, ma jkunux jafu bid-dettal li jkunu qed jagħmilhom VChain.
No, but I think you're saying from the wrong perspective, because what you just said now makes more sense. That it's good that VChain has all this information, because then VChain can use that information with other companies. So Walmart don't really give a shit as much. It's more that VChain are reputable because they have Walmart's information.
Iva.
Not that Walmart are giving them money. That's a side thing.
Ma mbagħad ukoll inti bħala consumer li inti għandek ġustifikazzjoni għala pereżempju tmur tixxi banana minant Walmart u tixtieq tkun taf minn fejn ġejja.
How would I know? It would say on the label.
Inti tista' tmur tara l-address tal.
But where would that address be? If I'm buying a banana, I phone up VChain. Now VChain, I bought a banana from Walmart.
Mux neċessarjament hekk, imma tista' tmur u tajt pereżempju tgħid dil-batch number tal-banana minn fejn ġiet lil Walmart. Itik il-batch number, but il-batch number tajt lil VChain tajt din minn fejn ġiet. U jtik l-informazzjoni.
People do that. Like they go through those hassle.
Hypothetically, jistaw.
Hypothetically.
Ek inti you care about what banana you're eating u minn fejn hi. U hekk mhux vera organic jew mhijiex. Tagħmel hekk.
It wouldn't.
Dit tista' pereżempju Walmart jistgħu jixu banana li mhux organic. Jgħidu li organic ibbiħuha, tmur inti tgħid għandek dubju li organic.
Can't VChain just do that as well?
Mhijiex għax inti meta tagħmel dawn l-affarijiet, information can't lie.
But you're trusting the information that they're giving you.
Imma hekk inti VChain sewwa update raw data li jgħidlek li mhijiex organic.
But you're trusting them though.
Imma bro, hekk qed ngħidlek il-batch number li fucking dal-batch number ma jinbidilx meta tixxi l-banana minn A u jasallek għal B. U bat minn B, Walmart jgħidlek
bro, accessing that information through a company. But the same way that you said that you can't trust Walmart. You can't trust VChain, no.
Imma meta jiġu għal dawn l-affarijiet hemm iktar transparency minħabba l-blockchain technology. Imma għalek.
But inti
true. With blockchain it does help.
It's more transparent.
But
kif ħadd jekk inti qed fil-blockchain li edha for public data, edha kullimkien. U inti you're doubting someone u qed juża dat tip ta' technology, ħajkun iktar reputable, ma jistax jaħxu.
I agree with you, it's more reputable.
Allura.
But at the same time, can't they just also lie?
How can they lie jekk inti?
Who?
Anyone, bro.
Kif?
Any company can just lie about their shit.
Why would VChain lie about where this batch of bananas came from? Just for Walmart, because Walmart says lie about this, and they're going to.
I mean, don't you remember in England when there was the whole thing with the burgers, that the burgers were being made with horse meat, not cow meat, and everyone flipped their shit, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't tell us," and we're like, "Oh, sorry."
Imma ma jistawx jikdbu. In ġenerali ma jistawx jikdbu għax once li issir il-transaction mal-ewwel ħatitla fuq il-blockchain. Mal-ewwel titlemmek. Hekk jiena mbagħad wara għajdli hawn ikdib li tax mhux vera. Xtaqthom inbihom dal-mod mhux mod kif huwa l-vera.
I feel like there's so many layers to this.
Hemm ħafna x'ma sax nispjegali fuq fucking podcast. Anyways, guys, jiena li għadin.
Sorry for pissing you off.
Le, ma għax da.
Nasib aħjani fuq din nota.
Il-ħagġa ta' fala. Għaxina investejt ħafna ħin.
I'm asking questions, but I hope you understand. I'm like asking you questions. I want to know. I want to understand.
kemm nispjegaw at this point.
This is early stages.
We're going to go in circles.
Wasalna f'punt li kif konna, per eżempju, kif kienu omna u mis-sena meta jispjegaw l-internet l-nanni tagħna.
You call me a fucking nanna.
Iva, palissa, għax ma tafx fuq l-affarijiet li din nitkellmu.
U speċjalment kif kienu jagħmlu huma immerruhom fuq l-affarijiet li ma jifhmux.
I didn't.
You did.
I said I don't.
Speċjalment fuq NFTs.
I said I don't believe in it. There's a difference.
No. You said u fil-kas immorru l-ura.
Roll the tape.
Eżatt, u narawa.
No, I probably did start by saying no, it's bad.
Tgħidilna ma
That's
sax tagħmel
why
hekk, ma sax tagħmel hekk. Nispjegalu kif tagħmel hekk hekk u tgħidilna ma sax tagħmel hekk.
Bat intuk argumenti.
Because I just don't understand it.
Per eżempju,
Imma allura if you don't understand it, ask questions, learn about it. Instead of telling us, no, you cannot do this.
What did I just do at the end? I start asking questions.
Imma kemm il-darbettinna illi you don't own the image, you cannot do anything.
Because that I know for a fact.
You can just right click save.
Because
And then you own the image,
No, I never said that.
Iva, għatta li għamilta li
I said I have it, not I own it. You don't own the image. An NFT doesn't make you own the image. You own the NFT.
Imma you still don't
but
have the original image by right clicking and save.
Take a counter argument.
If you own the NFT, you don't have the original image either. The original image is on some laptop in California where the dude who created it has it. That's the original image.
Guys, għamlu subscribe.
ħafna mill-NFTs as you created bil-Illustrator.
It's code. I said an example.
It's code. You know it's ħafna mill-NFTs.
I said on the laptop.
Yeah,
where do you code? On a fucking table? On a laptop?
Imma the original image. Alright? Mux dejjem ikun.
It's algorithms most of the time because it's just like the Bored Apes, stuff like they drew all of them. They create assets and then it creates them generically. Is the word.
Anyways, guys.
You're right. But I'm saying you still don't own that original image. You don't have it. It's all code. It's digital.
It's fine.
Anyways, guys. Narakom għal-episod li mis. Hopefully kien entertaining. Jiena fucking etna li daqska mawsħana u ġew.
Okay, I'm sweating my mouth.
Ġifiri, apart l-argument.
Għamna ħafna ħin nitkellmu fuq NFTs u crypto. Jekk jinteressawkom daw u tidu
Sorry for being frustrating. It's true. I don't understand. At first, I was very stubborn about it in the beginning of the conversation, but I do want to understand. I do want to try.
Sorry, fajt bidnej xaħat blajat u sorry Jason tal-qatnajat. Jek tidu tkun tafuk ta' dwar l-affajt u dwar l-affajt uħra, iddunna namlu
Forse namlu xi ħaġa
nitkellmu dwarhom u anke forsi jekk nexxinna ma nafx nsibu xi esperti u kultura.
Jew nsibu xi ħadd li jifhem fuq
xi ħadd li jifhem iktar milli aħna.
Honestly, if we bring someone on that knows about NFTs properly and can go through it step by step and teach me what they are.
I'm more of an investor u ninvesti fuq l-affarijiet li nemmen fuqhom, you know.
That's the thing. When it comes to NFTs and just one last thing, like tipo. In the investment aspect, I don't believe it's an investment because I just don't like them. But I understand that idea of I'm going to buy it and sell it later. That was never an issue to me. I just never understood the whole...
The principle.
The principle is that I need someone to sit me down and be like, listen, Dan, this is what the situation is.
Wasalna f'punt ta' NFTs li għed was commercialized biex biħk il-ħagġa.
And the problem is, man, there's so
much shit.
There's so many different news sources saying different things. Like, I'm not saying that, like, you calling me a nana, right? I still do my research. You know I do my fucking research. Nanu. Whatever. But I still do I do my research. But obviously, I see different websites to you guys do. You know? So the places I see explain it in a certain way. So obviously my perspective is different. So I'm trying to see your perspective. I don't understand.
Mela, jekk hemm xi ħadd illi għandu xi idea jew forsi insejna temmu xi ħaġa aħna.
Li rnexxielu jgħaddi wara xi sija aħna nitkellmu.
Ibatilna fuq Instagram forsi naqrawha u niftehmu aħjar. Jekk hemm xi ħadd illi jfhem iktar minna fuq NFTs u tixtiequ forsi titkellmu magħna jew xi ħaġa, ibatulna wkoll, interaktew magħna whatever, jgħidulna forsi nista' nagħmlu xi ħaġa. Spotify, YouTube, Anchor,
give him hate. TikTok, Instagram, follow jawna Ir-Rokna Podcast jew Ir-Rokna.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Ciao ciao.